land of the dead. So if you have a black spot on your left hand, it means that
what's going on?
About not harvesting from the spirit realm. The places you have white dots, the dots can, even if you're a black person, the dots are different. And remember, it is the white dots that over time, if you're not careful, turn into vitiligo. So white dots are usually there to, if you have a white dot anywhere on your body, know that is a warning that you need to be careful about that house. If you're not careful about harvesting that house, you might lose that house. But if you have a black dot, then it means you have Mwakenya. We call it a cheating. Those things you used to cheat in exams. I don't know how you call it in your language. But if you have a black dot, it means you have a cheating code. It means that you have specialties when it comes to that particular house that is being referred to. So always check your body. Always check your body. Are you developing black dots or are you developing white dots? And remember, these particular dots, sometimes you're not born with them. You gain them as you grow. Black dots, sometimes they were not there and then your body gains them. And sometimes black dots, they are there and then you lose them. And sometimes the white dots, they are there, they just stay that size forever. And sometimes the white dots, they expand so that your entire body starts to turn white. So be careful and always be on the mirror naked and monitor the dots that you have and know which houses those dots are. Because they are not a coincidence, they are telling you, the ancestors are always with you. The way the pyramid text would say, the ancestor, the creator stays with you, never leaves you. Always showing you the way. If you can listen, you listen. And if you are ignorant, you perish. So now, your intuition monitors your desires as a woman to ensure you are manifesting things that are beneficial to your essence and emotional well-being. Why do you maintain contact with the realm of the dead as a woman? Why did the ancestors decide to leave this thing? Why did the ancestors decide to leave this thing inside of you as a woman and to make sure that your left hand is constantly connected to it? In order to make sure that you are, as a woman, you are a gateway. You are a portal to bring things into earth. Women are the ones who sign permission contracts that allow things to be brought into earth. So a woman's left hand is there to help her monitor this thing that is being brought to earth. Is it okay for earth? This thing that is being brought to earth, is it okay for earth? And how does a woman know? By knowing if that thing is okay for her. Woman, you are a direct replica of the planet. What you allow inside your life, you are allowing it inside earth. Woman, you are a direct replica of the planet. Whatever you are allowing to happen to you, you are allowing it to happen to the planet. If you allow yourself to be assaulted as a woman, you are allowing, the planet is going to be assaulted alongside you immediately, as soon as within, so without. So that is the reason why women, you have an extra gadget. Because as you protect yourself as a woman, you are protecting earth. As you destroy yourself as a woman, you are destroying earth. And you start by destroying your own environment, your own surrounding, your own life path, your own support system. So now that is the reason why Anubis is there to monitor the scales of truth. So you being intuitive is there to enable you to be able to manifest things that earth love, things that will make earth to prosper. So guys, anything that is against intuition is baiting women into manifesting things that are negative for us. And that phenomenon of baiting women away from manifesting things that are catering to their emotional well-being and instead are destructive to them and us, that particular phenomenon is what we call a PEP. A PEP is the one who's in charge of baiting women into manifesting things that are destroying us and themselves. So that's why I'm saying here, without this monitoring work by your intuition, there's an enemy called a PEP or Apophis, waiting to drive any woman into manifesting things that are destructive to her essence and emotional well-being. So any woman that doesn't trust her intuition is bowing to a PEP. Anytime you look the other way from your intuition, a PEP smiles. You see that evil smile meme on TikTok, where people try to eat without that meme catching them and smiling. Anytime you refuse to listen to your intuition, a PEP smiles. You know, some people are like, oh, but I cannot listen to myself. I am too dirty. I am a sinner. I am a what? Wait. That is what religion is there for. To make sure that you think you're too dirty to listen to yourself. They call it blasphemy. If you dare respect yourself, you are blasphemous. But guess what true blasphemy is? True blasphemy is men wanting to be women or pretending to be women. Anybody that dares to pretend to be God, to be the creator. Anyone that dares to pretend to be the creator is blasphemous. Who is the creator? Woman, womb man. Anything that is womb man. I know people who are, who have main character complex, that are too jealous. They feel terrible when we say that the woman is the main character. But imagine all women here are the main characters, imagine. Imagine. And that statement makes certain people sad. That statement makes certain people happy and joyous, while that statement makes some certain people sad. Anything that tries to be the creator of life is blasphemous. But then Christianity twists it and tells you, if you dare respect yourself, you are blasphemous. Please kindly know the difference. Always be willing to know the difference, because anytime you don't listen to yourself, anytime you don't obey your inner authority, a PEP, you feed a PEP. Anytime you don't obey your own inner authority, anytime you don't listen to your gut, anytime you ignore your intuition, you are listening to a PEP. And people know, especially when they are meeting the consequences, especially, let's say you die. You get shot while you went to meet a friend, and your wife told you, don't go, don't go, don't go. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling about this. Don't go. But you are a man, and you don't listen to her, and you go. When that bullet will hit you, when you have those 8 seconds or 30 seconds that you're still alive, you will know. It will hit you that, oh, I should have listened to her. Because a PEP will be on the other side laughing at you for not listening to that woman telling you, don't go. Or your intuition telling you, do this, or do this, or don't do this, or don't do this. So up to that point, are you getting this particular character I'm introducing called a PEP? A PEP is what happens when you ignore the truth. Anytime you ignore the truth, you are empowering a deity called a PEP, Apophis. Anytime you ignore researching, you just come across gossip without validating, without researching, you just carry it. A PEP is the one that you are empowering. And Kenyans will tell you that huku ukihata matope unakanyaga mafi, my dear. That is the scenario of a pet. Ukihata matope, if you don't listen to your intuition, mafi direct. Nakanyaga mafi direct. Now this spirit called Apep, or rather Apophis, is the spirit that opposes the creation of truth and justice by women in favor of chaos and disorder. What is the opposite of truth and justice? Chaos and disorder. Guys, if you want to live an orderly life, be truthful, be honest with yourself and everything around you, especially with yourself. If you want to embody order, the state of order and peace, then be truthful to yourself and make sure that justice is always done to you. Because anytime you don't go in the favor of truth and justice, you are favoring chaos and disorder. And guys, it's very easy, especially in gossip. Women, in gossip, people miss truth and justice a lot, and they end up falling for chaos and disorder. And always know that the truth has its own spirit. The truth has its own spirit. Even the gossip that people peddle around, people only fall for the Apep when they want it, when there's already jealousy in the background as the foundation. You know, people who believe lies easily about you are people who are waiting already. People who believe lies about you without confirming are people who are waiting already for things against you. They were already waiting for you to be the devil, to be demonic. So anytime anything comes, any Apep, any wind, they are immediately digesting it. And guys, know that the moment you create with that type of energy that is false, false is false. You can ignore reality successfully, but you will never ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. I'll repeat that. You can ignore reality successfully. It's very easy. Life is yours. Free will is yours. You can ignore reality successfully, but you will never ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. So Apep makes you to ignore reality. And when you ignore reality, the consequences of ignoring reality are implanted inside your own womb. And that's a private issue. Women, you know the state of your own womb alone. The state of your womb is your truth. How you feel every month during your menstrual cycle as a woman, that is your truth. When it comes to you being spiritual on this particular dimension. And that is the gift of Apep. Womb problems, I'll tell you this for free. Even if you feel offended, I'm sorry. My people perish due to lack of knowledge. Womb diseases are diseases of people who are against the good of all and with harm to none, especially those who are for the good of all. Womb issues are issues for people who are against the good of all. So you can be against the good of all without knowing. A lot of people have been against the good of all without knowing. Now, because you know what you are empowering, and as I've always told you, you showing up, if you're empowering, showing up for yourself and going for the things that you want as a woman, going after the things you truly want to manifest, you are empowering black excellence. That is you empowering the melanated energy. And what will come out after that is wealth for you and health. Now, you not showing up as a woman for yourself, you not showing up to go for your manifestation, doing whatever it takes. A mother does whatever it takes to feed her children. A woman, you should do whatever it takes to cross over your ancestors. You should do whatever it takes. Your womb is your ancestors. You should do whatever it takes to cross over the best of the ancestors. And by the best of the ancestors, I'm not just saying children. I'm not just saying children. Versions of yourselves that are the best. Because if you fail to move towards that every day, you are going to be against the women that move towards that every day. Automatically, whether you like it or not. The moment you fail to show up for yourself as a woman, the moment you fail to follow, attract the things that you want to manifest into your own life as a woman, you will automatically, and let me just give a pictorial depiction of that. The moment you fail to bring forth your Scorpio energy, the moment you fail to bring forth your Scorpio energy, then you will be an obstacle to all the women who are succeeding in bringing their own. You will be an obstacle to all the women who are succeeding in bringing their own. And I just want to use this particular image just to show you. Every woman has an ancestral realm that is abundant. You see this particular picture here that I'm showing? This woman, this is Scorpio energy, by the way. This woman is a queen in her queendom, or you can call her an empress, an high priestess, or whatever you like to call yourself, a baby girl, whatever you feel, a bitch. Whatever you feel makes you powerful. I don't care. So now this woman is a powerful woman in her own life. Why? She's managed to bring forth, to manifest everything from her ancestral realm into her life. And then look at this version of her. It's still the same woman. Still the same woman. When you are a woman, you are not bringing your manifestations. You will walk around with them as fallen shadows behind you. You'll walk around with them as fallen aura behind you. And it will be visible. And this, when you're a woman who you don't succeed in bringing your manifestations to reality, then you become an issue. You automatically become an issue to the woman that is succeeding. So every time you see her, secret animosity, monitoring spirit, hater. You want her life because you know you have the capability of having the same. But because you've not managed, a pep is lying to you. A pep is the one that lead women in this situation. Guys, women, gossip is the most demonic entity you can ever involve yourself in. A pep is gossip that is not true. And let me not even say gossip in general, because there is positive gossip that we call news now. When you are spreading things that are true, that is now you're just spreading news, chai. But then when you start spreading things that you just form, you make up. And then me, I'm telling you because I know people make up things. Like I've seen people make up things. I've seen people, guys, people make up things though. And let me just tell you a story of mine, because these are things that I've overcome. So let me just use it as an example. In case there's a woman going through the same out there, use my story for you to tell. It was just, it wasn't a roommate, it was like a neighbor next door. Like we were living in the hostels together. And this girl was tall, I think she was Luo. I used to think she was really cool, like she was just a cool university student. And we never talked as much. I just used to see her in the corridors and she would just hi bye. We would not vibe, but university, the way some students, we just don't talk but you see each other. We never used to talk with this girl. But then I had a roommate who was our classmate that we used to talk with. that obviously if you are my roommate, you live inside my room, we will talk and everything and everything and everything. So this roommate of mine, one day, she gave me her laptop. She left me her laptop when I was studying inside the library. And for some weird reason, somebody just, stole the charger to her laptop while I was with it. So by the time I was leaving the library, I couldn't find her charger. And literally, I really tried. And when I was in university, I was really broke, guys. I couldn't even afford a laptop charger. So I was really devastated. I just went and told her, man, I lost your laptop charger. I will try my best to refund when I can, when we are paid in choir, because I used to sing in the choir. So I told her when we are paid in the choir, I'll refund. So they started gossiping about me losing the laptop of the charger of this girl. I think she went and told this girl now that used to pass in the corridor. Do you know this girl just cooked out of the blue a gossip that just for her to have something to say when people are talking about me. She said that, oh, I stole her trouser on the wire line. My God. Her style was not even mine. Like, her clothes wouldn't even fit me because she was very tall. She was like 6'2" or something. So when I had that, and this is not the first time, guys. Oh my God, people cook. Especially when women gather together and people are talking about you, animosity, and somebody just wants to, they don't know anything about you've never done anything to them, but they just want to contribute because they are enjoying. They probably don't like your aura, so they're just enjoying the moment, so they throw in their own pep there, they laugh and victimize you and everything. So these things, they happen. And woman, the moment you do that to another woman, your womb is what pays the bills. Because at the end of every month, this girl would crawl, would scream like she's dying. So every time when you do such kind of things to women, and women who these things are being done for, just know they are being done towards you because probably they are viewing you from these lenses. Even though me in university, I was very broke, I wasn't even this, but maybe the aura was giving this. But most of the time, woman, when you look like you are manifesting, like the things you want, you're bringing them from the spiritual to the physical. Women who are this way, they will attack you. And when they attack you, and most of the time, they will even be in your circle, inside your life. They will even most of the time be related to you. And they will attack you spiritually. This is why witchcraft honor. A woman who has something like fibroids. Fibroids are very magnetic. And guys, I'm not speaking so that you feel bad when you have fibroids. Because you can shrink the fibroids away. It is possible for you to shrink the fibroids away. So a woman who has something like fibroid or endometriosis, guys, their womb is very attractive in a demonic way. That woman, if they tell you, maybe you want to start a business, and they tell you, hey, that business, I watched the news yesterday, it is so flooded. People are complaining there's no money there. If they tell you that, you will never start that business. Like the type of, the level, that fibroid that is growing inside a woman's stomach, it is like a magnet for hexing manifestation. And the more they are, the more powerful that woman is. And don't estimate women who have fibroids and diseases of the womb, because they can throw off your manifestation. I'm telling you that for free, even as a joke. They will throw off your manifestation, even as a joke. And as a woman who has these particular issues, no! You can throw people's manifestation up, even as a joke. So what you want to do is channel that energy to build your own. Your nails should always be yellow energy, giving just that yellow energy of doing no evil and accepting no evil. If you know you have womb problems, because a lot of people, you sabotage others without knowing. My people perish due to lack of knowledge. So if you know you have a womb problem, you are a very powerful manifester, but this is where you are. You are bringing nothing from the spirit into your own life. are busy sabotaging these people. They are just you. They are just you who are using their creative energy to now empower their lives. But you are using your creative energy to sabotage others. And when you use your creative energy to sabotage others, no manifestation for you. Remember what fibroid does. It sits in the space that the baby is supposed to sit. So now, instead of you having your own manifestations here, fibroids instead. Fibroids sit in the space that the baby is supposed to sit. The baby is the manifestation. So it means every time you have fibroid, it means you impregnated another woman. Every time you have a fibroid, it means you impregnated another woman. And fibroids, they come with numbers. If you have one fibroid, you impregnated one woman. 2 fibroids, 2 women, 3 fibroids. Some people even have up to 7 fibroids or even 20 fibroids inside of them. That's the amount of women you've impregnated. Because remember, we have a lot of sheep. Why is it easy for fibroid people to impregnate other women? There are a lot of sheep. Sheep need shepherd. Who are sheep? Children that are born from families that don't know what is going on. Children that are born from families that don't know what is going on are sheep. So then they're just walking in the Milky Way. They don't know the direction that they are going. They meet you along the way. You hit them with your sword. So that is how we live on the planet. But then if we live in awareness, then we don't attack each other. Right now we live in a world where such women are hated. If you dare become such a woman, you are hated. And if you are such a woman and you are watching me, know you are hated. Even if they tell you, oh, you are pretending you have imaginary haters, know you are hated if you are such a woman. Automatically, if you are such a woman, start moving towards actively protecting yourself. And the women that hate you is not their fault. It is the collective consciousness, the level that we are on, the wombs. Most wombs of the planet are rotten. Demonic to the core. Even the ones that don't mean you harm. They will do you harm unknowingly. Because the system is controlling them from the inside out. As long as the womb is contaminated, then the patriarchal system controls them from the inside out. So if you are such a woman, protect yourself with military focus. And know that those other women who are like this are also just vouching for you. And every time they see you on their For You page, every time they see you as a passerby, every time they see you on the street, they are sending you good energy. Women who are like you. We are all sending you good energy, but we are few, outnumbered on the planet. So now everybody must stand on their own. We have no luxury of group work yet. We've not reached the number of group work yet. Right now, if you know you are this woman, hermit mode and build your life. Stay away from competition. Compete only with the yesterday version of yourself if you are this type of woman. It is dangerous out there. Ni hatari. It is dangerous out there. The wombs out there, most wombs out there are rotten. And don't joke with a womb. Wombs are the witchcraft tools. And most of them are patriarchal centered in this timeline. So a woman might be a good person, a very beautiful person that is really, really meaning well. But because of what is inside their womb, and you have this going on for you, they will light you on fire. They will pour acid on your face. And then regret it later. Because their ancestors have been punishing them so much that they are used to the punishment. So they're just like, okay, I'll kill this one. You'll punish me next month. There are people who are used. In fact, there are people who even they've removed the womb altogether. Now, they're just a walking zombie now. A walking zombie now. Be careful, woman. Now, I'm going to continue to proceed. So as I was talking about this before I leave this particular, this is Scorpio energy. This is where the hand, when I show you Nut, the picture of Nut and that hand that is holding, the stomach and the vagina area. This is what it represents. Your ability to fetch things from your spirit realm into your physical dimension. And you know, guys, the beauty is that menstrual diseases have not been stigmatized. So as a woman who doesn't have menstrual problems, when you hear your friends that are talking about them having menstrual problems, just be careful. Be careful around people like that. As somebody who doesn't have such kind of issues, just have extra caution, even for them, just to help them also. It is not personal. You know, when survival is required for the fittest, then you have to move accordingly. So leave nothing to chance when you're dealing with people who have womb issues. Leave nothing to chance when you're dealing with people who have womb issues, kindly, as a woman. Now, introduction to APEP, or rather apophyse. Intuition, which is the left hand, is the natural protector of self-analysis, which is right. Your intuition is the one that naturally makes you do no evil and accept no evil. Your intuition is the one that naturally makes you do no evil and accept no evil. You see what the church is doing? You see what the church is doing? Because the church makes you to completely demonize your intuition. The church makes you to completely demonize the ancestral realm, the realm of the dead. So that the only realm of the dead you can work with is the ones they call their saints, their own ancestors. Without you being rooted inside the realm of the dead, inside your intuition, you will not know whether you are doing evil or accepting evil. Intuition, the left hand, is the natural protector of self-analysis. Meaning intuition, your left hand, is the one that naturally helps you to do no evil and accept no evil. Intuition, your left hand, is the natural protector of Ma'at. Intuition is the one that naturally protects truth and justice. So look at this image, guys. This is an ancient, you know the beauty of our ancestors is that, you guys who disrespect African ancestors, middle finger. Because our ancestors left kindergarten levels of explanation just to help you comprehend the basics of life. Look at this particular woman. Her left hand is on the do no evil, accept no evil segment of a man. This was our ancestors trying to tell us that it is usually the intuition of women that enable men to act civilized, that enable men to act in Ubuntu way. It is always the intuition of the women that enable the men to have humanity. When the intuition of the women is absent, there's no humanity in men. Guys, as I teach, you can see the timeline we are on. Men act violent, men act rogue, men act dangerous when women are not holding them in this position. Look at this particular man, what is he holding in his hand? A tool, an action-taking tool. And then there is this woman. The left hand of the woman is on the analysis of the man. The right hand of the woman is on the right hand of the man. So it is the woman that is telling the man, okay, go ahead. Okay, don't do it now. Okay, do it. Okay, don't do it now. So as I'm teaching this, look at society like Israel. You can already see, for men to be able to carry out that level of animosity towards their fellow human beings, towards children, then you know that this figure is missing among such type of men. This figure is missing among such type of men. Earth can only be safe when we women and men walk like with this relationship. But we live in a patriarchal society that tells men that women are useless. We live in a society that tells men that women are useless. walk around. Women always dying, killed by women. Children dying, killed by women. Shootings by women. The night is no longer safe because of women. Women can no longer walk alone. Women and children can no longer enjoy, even animals can no longer enjoy their stay on the planet because of women. Now why? Men have drifted away from women. In order for a man to become a pharaoh, he must listen to a woman who is listening to her womb. In order for a man to become a pharaoh, you know, a pharaoh is the one with divine authority and rulership, the one able to erect an obelisk. In order for a man to be able to erect an obelisk in the world, they must have a woman. And guys, even in our society today, look at the men that are backed by women. Look at men when they are backed by women. Look at men, the way men speak when they are backed by women. The actions they take, the men that are backed by women. How they act in society, even when they are gigantic and big. And then the small ones with small dicks are the ones who are wreaking havoc everywhere because they are not listening to women. As long as a man even stops listening to a woman, even his phallus will not grow. By the way, let me just tell you, men who don't listen to women, if you want to know a man has a small dick, they don't listen to women because dick is divine authority and rulership. And the house of divine authority and rulership is the womb. The house of divine authority and rulership is the womb. So males who don't listen to females, the first gift they get is a shrinked phallus. And then number 2 gift they get is no hair, balding, premature baldness. Those are the 2 things that men get. The moment you see such kind of men in society, men who don't listen to women are shrinked phallus, even if they are tall and giant. The phallus will shrink. The phallus only become big when a man is being empowered by pure intuition from a woman. So if you see a man with a small dick and then premature baldness, know that feminine energy is not there at all. No feminine energy around. So intuition, the left hand, is the natural protector of self-analysis. Meaning your intuition is the one that enables you to do no evil and accept no evil. And women are very big in intuition. So now women are the ones that enable the world to do no evil and accept no evil. Women, will you stand up and do a better job, please? Women who listen to me. And don't worry that we are few out of 8 billion people. Don't worry that we are few. The ripple effect and quantum entanglement does magic. Leads to quantum jump. So women, do a better job. And men are powerless without women. And women, let me tell you a secret. Men don't see you the way you think they see you. Women who are spiritually awakened are the ones who know the way men see women. Now women who are still asleep and phallus-centered, dickmatized, they fear men, imagine. They fear men because they see men as like having so much power, so they think men are so like they will they can do nothing without feminine power. Men see women as shadows that are giants. Because the way we see them in the physical dimension with all that muscles, that is how they see women. But now, and in an inverted way, men fear women. If you don't know this, take it from me. Men fear women on default. On default. Women, if there is somebody that you can go head to head with or against and defeat you, it will never be a man. It will be your fellow woman. Women, if there's somebody that can spiritually destroy you on this planet, it will never be a man. It will be your fellow woman. Men are weak as fuck spiritually. They don't know what is going on. Most of them are just listening to the women around them to know what's going on. And this entire patriarchy thing was invented to make the world look like men know what is going on. So the Greeks invented a lot of codes to tell people, oh, we've gone to the moon. When women hear that, oh, men have gone to the moon, now women are like, oh my God, these people have even managed to go out of space. But if women only knew when they say we've gone to the moon, they're saying we are trying to make a man menstruate. And we are kind of managing. You will see the level of, you know, when they say we've gone to the moon, big. We are trying to make a man menstruate. Imagine if that was the headline, because that should be the headline, women. Women are the thinkers. Women are the teachers. Women are the intellectuals. The world will never move forward if women stay in prison. The world will never expand into new inventions if women stay in prison. It is the women that invent everything fast. The lawmakers, exactly. So men are just putting, a lot of men are putting on a show, imagine. And a lot of men even speaking their POV. If women don't back them up, they're nothing. Even on social media. Guys know that. If women decide to not back men up, to not follow them, to not tell them they're handsome, to not, watch their content, nothing. If women just decide to say, but it is different for women. If men decided not to watch women, men decided to boycott, women would still watch women, women would still thrive. But men are totally depending on women giving them attention. Men are beggars of feminine energy. Without that particular feminine energy, men become emaciated. But now we live in a world that is built to make it look like that is the opposite. Guys, and I'm not here to convince you to take this particular mentality. I'm here to show you. If you can take it, if your brain is strong enough to pick it up, you will pick it up. And fear no man. The people you should be fearing, even when you are arguing with people in the comment section, you should fear women more than you fear men. Even in arguments.
Like where it has a line, like fill up
men don't have the zeal even to go further in argument. It's a woman that will carry you to the depth of arguments. Men don't even know how to insult. Like men don't even know how to make you feel like you don't belong on earth.
The water will flow out this way.
It is women.
Once in a while, if you can kind of like lift it up just to
that will make you feel like you don't belong on earth.
Afterwards, you want to just have this up higher, just to like.
So women who are destroying the planet, you are afraid to be you because.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's
to be you because you
low.
Fear what men will say, my dear.
Okay, but you know what I mean. Just as long as you can.
Some women are even afraid of doing things like you have a very beautiful body. You work on 12 houses. You are scared of doing things like OnlyFans, not because you're scared of what women will say, but you're scared of what men will say.
So basically,
men's opinion is nothing. Be scared of what women will say.
I don't mind, I don't need it.
And then equip yourself with the responses, and then you will win in life.
So just put in some ice cream.
If you walk through life always nasty for attacks from women to counter attacks from women, you will win.
In between, like, try to
because attacks from women are rubbish, nothing.
Like you'll feel like it goes cold, okay?
They don't
it's nice to kind of wrap around a little bit.
So if you want to make friends,
sometimes a regular ice
that you want to thrive and live in peace, and make friends of this particular planet and have an easy
you
time,
need to wrap a little towel.
please women,
like around here if it's
even if you are a woman,
or if she's wearing a sock, it should be
look towards being more appealing to women. Look towards, pleasing the thing that women stand for. She's like not even thinking of this. She's going to have an easy time.
I mean, this sort of wipes down.
In fact, you can go against everything that men stand for.
Okay, so this.
And then stand up for everything that women stand for, and you will have the best time in life. But if you go against everything that women stand for, in order for you to stand with men, you will have the worst time of your life. Making women an enemy on this planet, you will never win. Be a prostitute of women and see yourself winning. I'll tell you that for free. So even if you're a man, the people who are at the center here are women. Women are the ones you should be running towards pleasing here. Women are the ones who control the man. Men make it, yes. But how it is spent, women are the ones who control the flow.
Yeah, I know her.
Be it buying the iPhone, buying the wigs, buying the bags, or whatever things people buy. Most of it, at the very root of it, it is women that control that particular flow. So if you want to have an easy time, prioritize women. Seek validation from women. Try to look appealing to women. And then you
It's just like she's
but if you are centering men, men are nothing, they are workers and beggars of divine feminine energy. So you'd rather please a woman in the village, women in the village. You know, some Nigerian women in the village than trying to please men. You will never go anywhere with trying to please men. Trying to please men. That doesn't take you anywhere. Men are the ones who should be trying to please women. They are the spans. They should be trying to win the over. But when divine intuition is active, no more makes it to the physical realm.
Because all this stuff.
All disorders end in the spirit. Honor, when your intuition is active, let me just give you an example of how intuition works. I'm not saying this is a real story, I'm just giving you an example. If you are somebody who you follow your intuition, let's say you are let's say you stole from, like let's say, okay, me, I stole from you.
I don't really know.
Okay? I stole something from you, like let's say I stole your lipstick. Okay? And you don't know that I stole your lipstick. But then person A, person C, let me say person C, forget person A. Person C saw me stealing your lipstick, okay? But then person C did not, I know that person C did not tell you yet that I had stolen your lipstick. So my intuition tells me that, by the way, you know, go have some coffee with person C and
My arms pumping and they're running. I was like,
you know, tell them that, you know, that lipstick, just to confuse the story, tell them that that lipstick, you're the one who bought it, you helped it with that, so that it doesn't bring the issue up when you meet the person whose lipstick you stole. So now, if your intuition tells you, okay, invite person C to invite person C for a coffee, so that you have that conversation, and
I said, what's a word you
remove
use
his
to describe the pain? She said, bargaining.
make sure that the lipstick is in its blind spot.
What's the deal with
Or something
And
like
then
that.
the other one,
So
she said
you
it feels
ignore
like
the intuition and you don't invite person C to have that conversation. You're like,
or something like
it's
but
no
I know
big deal. I don't think
when
they'll
I
ever
feel things and
meet
if it's
with
gonna
that
immediately
person
use my nerves.
with you who I stole the lipstick from. Let me just leave it like that. So you leave things to chance.
I figured out that her feet
And then person
turn
C meets with
on the
person,
outside is
the
what's
person you
affected,
stole the
right?
lipstick
So that could be another spray.
and then person C tells them that, by the way, maybe this person C did not even mean to expose you. Oh, by the way, that day, that friend of yours, you know, I saw them picking that lipstick. How much was it? And then this person, which lipstick? They stole my lipstick. So you not following your intuition. I know this example is such a, you know, it's an example.
because she thought
So you not following your intuition.
she was like, I can't do that.
You invite this person to dinner or to coffee so that you can have a conversation to remove,
She's doing
to
fine. She's
arrange
like,
things or something.
Like she
You ignoring that particular intuition. When you ignore your intuition, you are inviting chaos and disorder. But when you move by your intuition will arrange things for you even before.
bars of conditioning.
Because you will have a conversation with this person, you will put that thing in their blind spot. When they meet with this person, they will not even bring up the lipstick there. And then you will have escape.
Pattern, just half relevant.
You know, inside witchcraft they say leave nothing to chance. When you watch the Lion King,
Yeah, but like I've seen her come down out of things,
walking
but you can
around,
tell
you
she
know,
kind of was like, you know, so.
burying
And then
the
vaulted.
footprint. So it is your intuition that is always helping you to bury the footprint that would have you betrayed.
Oh, I think we did that once. Christine put the gym. She goes, can you hear the sarcasm?
Remember, we all fall short sometimes.
And do
We all sin sometimes, or we all, you know, have things in our blind spots sometimes.
time for this to recover.
So intuition is the one that is always covering these things. Remember, your intuition is your ancestral realm. It is the one that knows how you're moving.
I would say probably.
So it is your intuition that will make you do something that will save your life, even if you lose that thing in 2025, it will save your life in 2030.
She looks more, she was.
But you'll never know.
Coach feels.
So unless you trust your intuition, you'll never know. Yeah. So kindly always just trust your
This is
intuition.
actually
It's there to
really good.
help
As
you
much time.
succeed. It is there to be the zazu in your life that as you walk, it covers your footprint so nobody can trace you. Your intuition is the one that will make sure that even when you think you're falling, the things that you do intuitively will make it seem like you're not even falling from the observer point of view. So your intuition is always there to back you up, to protect you, to protect Ra. Self-analysis of do no evil and accept no evil.
I just want to
So when divine intuition is active, no war makes it to the physical realm. All disorders end in the spirit. So you solve it, you meet with that person for coffee, you have your conversation, that thing is on their blind spot. When they meet with that other person, there is no conversations.
I'm sure Irene.
And that war is fought in the spirit, so now it doesn't make it to the physical dimension.
She just wants them to do well, right?
There are very many ways you can also fight wars in the spirit. When you do things to people, maybe you do evil without knowing, or you did not mean to do evil to people, your intuition will always tell you ways to, rectify and repent. Apep is the natural enemy of Ma'at and Ra. So Apep is the natural enemy of order. Apep is the natural enemy of order. So Apep is the deity that automatically assumes presence anywhere that intuition is absent. You know, some people, Christians, Christians have Apep. Man, oh my God. And you guys, you don't know the power of Apep.
I don't know how you do it. I can't.
Let me just tell you. Imagine, you can be with me. Let's say me,
2 years ago.
I'm living by Apep. I don't listen to my intuition. Anywhere intuition is absent, Apep is present. So let's say me, I'm living by Apep. And then you are following your intuition.
I can't see the purpose.
Imagine, guys, when you talk to me,
trying to compartmentalize a little bit, you could tell.
You will not be talking to one
She's
person.
so young. She's small. Yeah.
Anybody that doesn't listen to their intuition, they are always, it's like, okay, your body is 24 different ancestors that are always taking turns, always taking turns, always taking turns. So somebody who doesn't trust their intuition, those ancestors, they appear disarranged. Like, an ancestor is appearing at a time they're not supposed to appear. And then another ancestor is appearing at a time they're not supposed to appear. People who don't follow their intuition, their ancestors appear in an unorganized manner, in a chaotic manner in them. And then people who follow their intuition, their ancestors appear very organized. When needed. Guys, and you will see it in people. And the people who live by Apep, they are the ones who you will discuss today that, okay, this is where we are. We are on the same page today, right? Tomorrow, they will do something that you don't know where it is coming from. Why? Because the ancestors are not stably aligned. When the ancestors are not stably aligned, they appear chaotically in their aura. Their transition, we are always at transition of different ancestors. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, you will see. You don't look the same all the time when you look at yourself in the mirror. Because there's always a different ancestors that are taking turns. So people who don't follow their intuition, who listen to a path, their ancestors take turn in a chaotic way. The ones who are supposed to be protecting are showing up. The ones who are supposed to be doing no evil are showing up doing evil. When it's time to do no evil. And the ones who are supposed to be accepting no evil are showing up at the wrong time. Accepting evil when they are not supposed to be taking. So the people who live by Apep, their ancestors, guys, you've seen, if you're a spiritual person, you've seen these people who, they scare you sometimes. Their face change in a way that it doesn't align with the moment. They change, they don't align with the moment. Sometimes they align with the moment. But most times they don't align with the moment. And then people who follow their divine authority, their ancestors come in a organized manner. You know, and to explain this to you further, people who have ever been to music festivals, inside music festivals, you'll have different schools coming up, you know, coming in. They call you a school, you come in, you perform, you leave. They call another school, you come in, you perform, you leave. They call another school, you perform, you leave. Now, people who follow their intuition, they're very organized. A school comes, performs, leaves. A school comes, performs, leaves according to the 24 hours, according to the arrangement of the 24 hours. People who don't listen to their intuition, who don't follow their inner guidance. Now, instead of a school coming now, like another school is even entering before another school finishes. Sometimes you even find 3 schools are on the stage at the same time.
Yes.
Now is when now everything has to stop. Now you have to figure out who is supposed to be here. My God, you people, if you live in awareness, you will see people for who they truly are. And a lot of people, you always see these things, you observe them, but you're like, "Ay, what happens to this person? What is happening to them? They keep changing." Or you will start feeling like, hey, sometimes this person is you know, is good, but I don't know what happened. Or sometimes you make plans, you organize things with them, and then when it is time to execute those plans, they bring another identity that was not even involved when you are organizing the plan. Those are APEP. APEP is chaos. I don't feel like sipping some water. When I feel like sipping some water, I sip some water myself.
Is she finished?
And you're not even subscribed. Am I? Are you subscribed?
Probably when we're around.
If you care about, you know, Manina water, if you truly care about me drinking water, Manina water, some people, Manina water, that is the true water. Click some subscription button, my dear. That is the true water that if you truly want to give me what? Manina water. Some people, no wahala, no wahala. Anyway, guys, are we together? You know, some people pretend that she wants to pretend like she cares about me. But she's not even a subscriber. Mi huwezi nidanganya. But leo nimekunywa na usikie poa. Anyway, guys, are you comprehending APEP? Because today we are talking about APEP. APEP is the deity that automatically assumes presence where anywhere that intuition is absent.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Anywhere that intuition is absent, truth, justice, and analysis also become absent. And chaos and disorder takes over. So even inside your own body, when you feel like your body is not, you are not organized the way you want. You know, there are some people, when you meet people, you behave in a way that, hey, until after you live there is when you're like, oh, I should have behaved like this. Maybe I should have said this. Maybe I should have APEP. If you are a person who walks like that, you like APEP. Intuition is very organized. When you live by following your divine intuition, by trusting your intuition, the versions of you will show up when they are necessary, every time. When you need a version of you to retaliate, they will show up to retaliate. When you need a version of you to be attractive, they will show up. When you need a version of you to, you know, defend, they will show up. When you need a version of you to seduce, they will show up. But then if you're that person who, when you need a version of you to seduce, it is the version of you that defends that comes out. You know, this is what makes people to not interact and have beautiful tourism. Because as long as you don't follow your intuition, you're signing up chaos control. So maybe you're at a place where you need to be very romantic. But guess who is coming out? The savages. And then after you leave that particular place, after you go home, is then you're like, oh my God, why did I behave like this? APEP. Chaos. Any place of chaos and disorder, if you know your body always doesn't behave the way you want it to. When it is supposed, like if you have an opposite relationship with your body so much that you always regret the way your body behaves, know that you are not a person with, it is not your body to be blamed. You have empowered APEP so much in your life that your default setting is killed. After when you start working with your intuition, you will always say the right things at the right time, the right words will always come, the right reactions will always come, the right feelings will always come. But if you don't listen to a pep,
That's why the girl
somebody's trying to make you feel love, but it's anger that's coming. When you work with a pep is chaos and disorder that don't benefit you at all. And when you listen to a pep, you don't create. You end up manifesting a lot of drama in your life and you don't manifest anything that is tangible, that makes you attractive. You end up manifesting things that only make you ugly.
I'm gonna go.
I only experienced that when love. Then that love is not a line, a pen. Love is supposed to be like a cosmic dance, a cosmic duet. And guys, if you ever find yourself in a love situation where a pep is the one in the middle, don't wait. Don't be with that person for 12 months. Don't wait for 12 months to love. Guys, if you're watching me right now, and you know you are with somebody who is a pep, don't be with them for 12 months. Don't let 12 months elapse. Don't be with them for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 9 months. Don't let 12 months elapse. Because you will be, a pep is like a seed. The more you tolerate it in your life, the more it grows. And it starts very small. The more you tolerate it, the more it grows. And the more it grows, the more you serve time. So if you ever find yourself in a pep relationships, be sure that before 1 year elapses. Be sure before 1 year elapses and leave. We live in a world where maybe you might take a lot of time because maybe long distance or social media, you know. But always just make sure that you don't stay with someone for 1 year if they are a pep spirit. And the moment they are a pep spirit, just get the fuck out. And because we live in the era of social media, a lot of things don't show on social media. So people meet on social media a lot. When you meet people on social media, at least spend some time with them in person. If you ever meet in person, spend like maybe 2 weeks uninterrupted. If you are a slow land, spend 1 month with a person uninterrupted so that you see all their ancestors, see all the versions of themselves. If you meet somebody for like maybe 1 day, 2 days, you will not have enough time to see the display of all the ancestors. So maybe, you know, before you get into anything deep with somebody, just always take your time to be with someone long enough to know who they are very well before you move further with them. And if you realize that there's a pep around, don't let it go beyond 1 year. Don't let a solar return. Don't let the solar return. And if solar returns, please don't let Mars return. If solar returns, don't let Mars return. If Mars returns, you're going to go up to, it might affect you up to Jupiter.
You think that's why she left him?
The karma might affect you up to Jupiter. So just be careful. A pep is the deity that automatically assumes presence anywhere that intuition is absent. Anywhere that intuition is absent, truth and justice and analysis also become absent. And a pep, chaos and disorder takes over.
Okay.
Absence of intuition, or rather emotional presence and manifesting, but a pep that bathes the woman into manifesting chaos and disorder and disaster. So, as I was saying, in normal women,
Can I get you
the
some
womb
tea?
bows
Okay, I'll be right back.
to the emotions of the woman, resulting into manifestations that fully favor the emotional well-being of the woman. In some women, the womb refuses to bow to the emotional well-being of the woman, resulting into manifestations that do not favor the emotional well-being of the woman. While in other cases, the womb becomes completely demonic. The emotions of the woman resulting into manifestations that are purely demonic to the emotional well-being of the woman. And also, just because I am talking about this guy, there are certain women who have wombs like this that are normal. I just want you to know, my job is to protect here. This is my job. My job is to protect these people. If you know you are this person, anytime you come across these people, this person and this person, you will trigger their womb. Their womb will start to turn inside of them just because your womb is like this. So sometimes as a woman, you meet women who they just have animosity towards you for nothing. And I'll still use myself as an example. I remember growing up in the village. I was a young girl in the village. And then I started, when I started becoming a teenager, and then my hips started bulging, and then I started having boobs and stuff. I used to really like wearing things that would show. I really liked my figure when it started showing. I really loved my figure when it started showing. So I would just dress myself. My mom used to be a tailor, so I would make my clothes out of her clothes and stuff like that. So there were these village women guys, who I was not even competing with or anything. So one day I'm passing going to the market, and then they start shouting that, oh, utazeeka tu, ibe bro manati, utazeeka. Imagine a 16-year-old. I was 16-year-old. These were married women who are married to their husband, shouting at me that, oh, you will get old, you will also reach menopause, out of nowhere. And you know, when such kind of things happen, and a lot happen, sometimes when things happen and I did not even know how to explain that. I only went and told my mother that, Mom, like these people were saying this, and you know, my mom is such a sadist. So she would just tell me, you know, they're jealous of me. Which is true, my mom would just tell me the truth. But sometimes you will meet women who will just have natural animosity towards you, not because they wish, but because their wounds are in this level. So by just meeting you, they naturally have animosity towards you, even without you doing anything. And sometimes these things, they end up very badly. Women, I'm here for you. People will pour acid on your face. You are the women that people pour acid on your face. You are the women who other women gang up on. You are the women who other women slander. You are the people who people make a group chat for. Don't take it personal. If you know you are that kind of a woman, tunnel vision, have a very small circle, if that circle can be just you, that's me, I will always tell you, never trust anybody more than you trust yourself. And the things you trust yourself with, have things that you only trust yourself with that nobody else gets it. There are people who they don't have secrets just between them and themselves. Dangerous life. Everything about you is known by somebody. Have things that only you know about yourself too. Have gossips that only you partake between yourself, especially if you're a woman who has this. Self-prioritization and self-protection is very important for you. You are the type of woman who you will be just walking around and somebody just stabs you out of the blue. You're the type of woman who, you know, another woman will send their man to come attack you. You are the type of woman who people will bear false witness against you so that you are locked up in a mental institution or you are locked up in jail. Be careful. And don't let anybody gaslight you that, oh, you're just overthinking, no haters. Woman! As long as you have a womb like this and wombs like this exist, you have haters. Woman. Woman, as long as your womb is looking like this, and wombs that look like this exist, you have haters. You have demonic haters that wish you were dead. So don't assume, even if you don't know their names. Leave nothing to chance. Because when your womb is like this, it shows on your face also. It shows on your aura. It shows in the way you live your life. It shows in the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you sit, the way you move through life. It shows. And if you're moving like this, it is making this person very uncomfortable. Naturally. Those are the natural laws of nature. Action and reaction. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless this person decides to move their womb like this, or you decide to move your womb like this, you will never be uniform.
Yeah.
You will never get along on this land.
It's tired.
So that is the type of mentality that women should be living with
Yeah.
here on this particular planet. Especially these women. Because these ones, they don't know. These ones now, for a woman's womb to be like this, patriarchy has taken charge. These are like men now. These are like men now. Patriarchy is controlling, the system is controlling them. Because it is the system,
Yeah, so
is the one that runs the system.
No,
It's the
exactly.
system
Like,
that
I
knows
love
their
to
womb,
stuff. I like to eat a
push
lot of
their womb to be like this. So the system is running them. So anything that you want to do that is against the system, they will sabotage. If the system doesn't like people owning their homes, having farms, if you dare own your home or have a farm, they will sabotage. They will do everything. If the system is against women being financially stable, if you dare become financially stable, they will sabotage. If the system is against marriage, successful, happy marriage, and you dare have a successful, happy marriage, they will sabotage. Somebody is asking me, how do you revert back to the first one? Listen, how do you maintain the first one? In normal women, they will bow to the emotional well-being of the woman, resulting into manifestations that fully favor the emotional well-being of the woman. If you want your womb to move from this to this, you must from today. What is the date today? 16th September 2025. 20:58 hours. From today, if you want to turn your womb from this to this, if your emotions are not set, don't do it. If it is not prioritizing you, don't do it. If somebody comes and tells you, hey, come fight this battle for me, don't do it. If you want to move your womb from this to this, only manifest things that cater to your emotional well-being. From food. If you don't want to eat that food today, let people eat what you want to eat in that house as a woman. As a woman, what you want to eat is what everybody should be eating there. Everything that what you want is what you do. What your emotions want is what you do. For you and the people around you as a woman. Even Kenyan women, even inside matatus. If you sit at the front and truly you are the first one at the front of the matatu, because you love that window seat. And then somebody comes later and they tell you, oh, move. And your emotions don't want to move. Don't move. Tell them where we come.
You think so?
You stand up for yourself and you only do things that cater to your emotional well-being and not jealous. Know that all women here are you.
How long do you think for me will be like
in different dimensions. If you want to lose the battle of life, go against a woman who is listening to her intuition. If you want to win, if you want to lose the battle called life, go against a woman who is listening to her intuition. That's the quickest way to exist in the planet. So as a woman who is listening to your intuition, when you listen to your intuition, your ancestors listen to you. We live in a world where everybody wants their ancestors to listen to them. Everybody wants to say, oh, I want this immediately. I want this immediately. Not everybody gets to that. Only these ones get that. Only this one. If you listen to your emotions, your ancestors listen to you. You don't listen to your emotions, your ancestors
Shelby, thank you.
No problem. Because I like found those white women came through like 3 months ago because I found them, they were thicker.
You want to be those women who are like, they wish and it comes true. They wish and it comes true.
I want to why are you saying something?
Anything you request, you can't be very easy.
Let's try it.
And you know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to explain myself. But if you are this type of woman, you will walk around even naked, saying that, oh, I'm trying to manifest, it will never. If you are a woman who your womb is in this shape, you will walk around naked with your legs apart everywhere, trying to manifest. Nothing comes. Because as long as you don't listen to your own emotions, your ancestors don't listen to you. Can someone put magic on you to move you out of that? Now that, you know, there's nothing like magic. The only magic that is on this planet is sex. Let's just be honest. The only magic that is on this planet, tell me anything that creates out of the spirit direct. Like direct, flesh, blood. That's magic. And the only thing that creates that is sex. Sex is the only thing that creates from the spiritual realm direct. So if you are talking about, oh, is there a way to make you shift immediately from this to this, then you will have to have a sexual interaction, an intimate sexual interaction. That might not even take 1 day or 1 week. You must have an intimate sexual interaction with a woman that has this type of mood. And you must be willing to kneel before them and listen to them. Like you're listening to your own ancestors. Because they can connect, as long as they listen to their own ancestors, they can intercede on your behalf. But then these are things that I don't recommend for just anyone to indulge. Because for you, if you have this type of womb, you want to engage with a woman that has this type of womb, if you are stronger than them, they are the ones who are going to end up like you by the time you guys are done. So this particular woman must be very stronger than you, so that they are the ones who are able to move you to this. If this woman is weaker than you, immature than you, then you are the one who is going to end up with whatever you have. So when it comes to such kind of healing, magic direct healing, it only works sexual.
And like carries me. I'm like, what are you doing? What the hell?
Are magic.
She's so strong.
Give immediate magic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, others don't. There's no other way you can do it. Maybe therapy, overtime therapy, just to help you every day to
Like
walk.
she can even pick up her dad. Like she
Meditation.
can't do anything with him, but she can pick
That
up.
can also work. So let me continue. Oh, before I continue, guys, today, let me see. Today they've not even put for us a notification. So is this is it even possible to subscribe today, guys?
I know it's hard to watch, but like being here makes a difference. It does. It does.
Is it possible to subscribe?
Yeah.
What I was telling you. Yes. Okay, so then subscribe, guys. Yes, I just.
I know she
Oh,
feels
you
you.
how many people have subscribed since we started?
There was some kind of rebound that happened.
I only need like,
And then look
I
at
think
that.
we have only 4 people.
Yes.
Now we are of which we were at. So guys, kindly, we are at 211, which means we have even gone down. I don't know what we were when we were starting, I did not check. But because we are at 211 and somebody has said, I have just upgraded to super phone. Somebody saying, hey, my darling sister, I haven't seen you in a minute. How have you been? So you haven't seen me, but I've been here. Me, I've just been here.
Oh, so she still has to do the conditioner. This is painful.
Yeah, so guys, the subscription is still on. Kindly, as usual, let's subscribe. There's a little bit of hiccups on TikTok. It is not going well, but let's subscribe. I cannot see the subscription number. Or the subscription has changed to become super fun. So guys, please join the super fun. So how do you join the super fun? I don't know, but let's have 4 people joining the super fun. 11.
Ooh!
4 subscribers. Kindly for today. If you don't subscribe, as usual, I'm going to leave. We continue the class there next time. Tomorrow is infinite. What we cannot achieve today, we will achieve tomorrow. But me, I told myself there is no class that I will ever
She should get
teach
closer.
and leave
Those balls
empty-handed.
are too light.
If I have to leave empty-handed, I don't finish the class. So give me my 4. Give me my 4, please.
Ooh.
And the person who is keeping up, please kindly keep up for me so that if the 4 come, we do this and then finish. And guys, by the way, just give me my 4 so that I finish this class. Because at the end of this class, I have a spell for you. I have a spell for you to help you against a pair. So if you want me to reach to the point where I'm giving you the spell to work against a pair, and to give you the totem that helps you work against a pair, kindly do the necessary. We are here.
Right.
Kitambo
Yeah.
inakata.
Yeah.
Inakata kujuu.
Yeah.
Yes, join fan club. Not fan club. It's super fun or something. Can somebody subscribe so that I can see what it is saying?
Do you think the mom was not being realistic? Do you think the
Yeah,
mom
guys,
wasn't
you know my
being realistic?
subscribers, as we are here just cruising slowly. So you say that they subscribe or the next we go to the next class. Yeah, it's needed.
I'm sitting here going, I'm like,
I even want to see what it looks like now if somebody subscribes.
We want them to be able to, it's just like showing them the problem.
Wakitambo subscribers unakuwa super fan automatically. Yes, I think that is how it works. Lavenda is
Like
getting
not
that's how
making it through the thing, so even I lowered like all this stuff today. I'm
Can
like,
we get to subscribe?
and still,
Yeah.
Can we get
like
to
it's halfway through, so it's just perseverance, it's the same.
Can we get to subscribe?
Actually, Maddie has come
Yeah.
full circle. Maddie's just like,
it's a little bit of a.
she's hit that, yes, she's definitely
If we
hit
don't-
that, and she's like
As usual, I
accepting, just like Marissa.
Yeah.
Marissa's an acceptance. It is what it is.
Olga, please.
The other ones are still not an acceptance.
Yeah. They've
So
all
then I offer,
kick and
yes,
scream.
so, yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, this is brutal. And I'm like, girl, we were doing 10 all summer. Like, I'm giving you just, and the only
And one.
reason you're stopping them is because
These
the
people are
quality,
not,
so we're
they
learning
don't want
nothing.
to
So I said,
accept.
we're gonna
I'm
check all
glad
of
they
them
give you
with
the
the levels
subscribers.
too and everything. And then
One.
as soon as she gets to like 4,
Do.
like full on meltdown, right? So we're just trying to teach perseverance, and I hate like it. Like I'm telling
Oh,
you,
super
girls,
fun.
my heart is melting too. Like
Yeah.
It's I don't
Breaking it up, I'm like, I don't want. I want you to be happy at gymnastics.
Yeah.
But this is part of it. So then I offered. I said, you don't have to do the
to
conditioning,
become number 1.
but then the trade-off is not getting the advanced
Is that
skills.
fun club?
So then I said,
The
then
subscription?
today is just no kicks. So Zoe goes, no. Zoe goes, that's fine. I just want to work handstands. And I was like, actually, handstands is an advanced
serious,
skill as
imagine.
well. So I'm like,
And somebody
hip
subscribe.
bloopers. That's it. And then she's like,
1. I'm reaching 5.
we're dry. I was
2.
like, I know, like we
And you
just-
know, guys, me, I'll just leave the class because 3.
You know them well enough. I'm
Yeah,
like,
pardon?
you know
I really
them
want
well
you guys to be my divine masculine energy, as I'm the divine feminine.
Acceptance.
So you will do according to what I want. 4.
You know, like,
Yes,
like that's why sometimes it's a trade-off. You're super flexible.
Yeah.
Stuff comes easy.
Yeah.
So
And
then-
somebody subscribed, guys.
Stop.
Imagine me
Yes.
get on. Apora, can you tell me how many we are right now?
already being tight and whatever, right?
She
So
was
it's harder
tight,
to
she
get
was
to
thin,
them.
so
Apora, ni when I trust hapa. Ebu tell me how many we are.
she's growing. She's no longer flat.
Okay, so that is number 5. So guys, this is the end of this particular class. That shows that this will not be public, no public. We will not be putting
Hey,
these ones
you
in
learn
public.
things along the
Maybe
way.
we
This is
will
the- this
towards
is
the
the
end of this
journey.
particular
This is a journey. This is a journey for life.
Yeah. It
But
is.
today is what
Like, you know,
I'm
Yeah.
we had yesterday.
And guys, I'm going to be seeing you.
Last night, high school kids.
It's saying love says maybe it will, maybe let's go, let me just come back to class another time and maybe the subscription will be better.
Like, he loves them, but you're like.
But for today,
Yeah.
if the subscriptions are also having an issue, let me also have an issue.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
this particular class,
Yeah.
remember the class that I cut short? Guys, remember all the classes that I cut short? I'm cutting this class short today. I already cut another class
Planning,
short.
planning.
Yeah, normal
So this
stuff.
particular classes that I'm cutting them short, if we go well,
Force you this night free.
this
You don't get a
with
good story
this
like
entire
that.
crusade,
That's
go
normal.
well, then I might have built the classes towards the end. But for now, this is just my law. Subscription is a must. And when there's no subscription,
Yeah.
then it means that I'll take that as a
Nothing would,
correct
sign from my ancestors that I need to
nothing would
rest.
get done.
Okay? So today's crowd, I don't know whether
I don't,
today
I don't envy you. I
was
really don't envy you.
I don't know
That's,
whether today the For You page was, you know, poverty area. So let's try next time and see where the For You page will take us next time. Then the For You page took us somewhere
It's a
rich.
lot different.
Today I think the For You
Yes,
page
and we're so
has
well
taken us to some slum somewhere.
We're always like, oh, it's okay. My
So let's see if next time the For You page
Put
will
some
take us
cream on
somewhere
it.
rich.
It just, this is
So guys,
literally
bye.
like majority of athletes and her ability, if they're injured, they will
Yeah.
spend 4 hours on
yeah,
straps.
yeah.
It's not,
It's not great.
it's like getting a blister from walking or something, right? It's not ideal, it's not gonna kill her, they're gonna be red, but she's learning shaping
Yeah.
and things, so, and it will help her to come back to the bar and be, but yeah, stick her in ice, because the ice will stimulate blood flow. No?
This is very long
Is
research
it-
papers that are like apparently really outdated. The guy who gave Merkin, Dr. Merkin, that
Okay.
came up with the like rest ice elevate compress,
It's
whatever,
out.
is not, is like.
Now they're questioning
that, whatever, or
Wow.
there's stuff saying that it's, you go with heat because that's what stimulates the blood flow. But it's very hard because it's an old school practice to use ice still, and I still think that
Do you
in some
think
cases
the
there's some
heat-
analgesic effect to using cold still.
Yeah.
So I still tell patients like go back and forth, but I'm like,
Because when we use the Game Ready on Mick,
I know,
literally night and day.
that's what I still feel like.
healing.
Oh,
Like,
That's what I still
she
feel like.
did torn the ligament, or like pulled all the ligaments in her ankle, and we did literally ritualistically like 4 or 5. We took yours, and then we got like the Game Ready
Yes.
compression, and we went back to Gally, and he's like, I haven't seen
Yes.
healing like this.
yeah.
Again, like you said, I guess different.
I still feel like there's use for it. It just, it's so weird in that like research clinical world where they're like, there's these fights going on about
Is that
so
so
you don't do
Really?
you don't do